Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time. Yeah, we're back to racing after Super Mario Kart erroneously being listed as one of the best games of all time. We have another erroneous listing, because this is not a list of the most influential games of all time. This is Virtua Racing. I don't know if it's like the first 3D racer or not. It probably is. It's certainly like the one that put 3D racing games on the map and set the foundation. And also says that it popularized 3D polygon graphics among a wider audience. I don't know if that's really true or not, but sure. Again, this is a bit before my time, so I wasn't around when this was hot and revolutionary. This originally came out in the arcade, and then it was ported, believe it or not, to the Sega Genesis, 16-bit, which was pretty damn impressive, much like Star Fox was. And they actually had to put in an extra chip onto the cartridge so that it could run on the 16-bit console. And they charged $100 for the game due to it being having an extra chip there. It doesn't look fantastic on the Genesis, but it runs. We are playing it on the Sega 32X. And this looks much closer to the arcade version. Now you may ask, why not just play the arcade version? This was just easier, so that's why. Yeah, I mean, we all know this isn't one of the best games of all time, because there has to be countless racing games that are better than this, but the only reason I did this video is just to sort of check it out and see what the first 3D racer was like, or the first popular one at the very least. Alright, Virtua Racing, of course. Formula Stock Prototype. Let's go with the stock. Automatic transmission on Big Forest.
3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go. Yeah, it gets a little muddy the further out you look. It's 3D though. These are fucking polygons, no doubt about it. You can count the polygons. Now, remember, I'm not really into racing games, like, especially the more realistic ones with, like, manual transmission and, you know, the super realistic, like, racing sims. I don't mind a good Mario Kart match, or Need for Speed, Burnout, stuff like that is fun, but I don't spend too much time playing racing games. For my money, I would say Outrun actually looked better than this. But, you know, good 2D sprite work is always going to be better than early 3D. Fuck. Fuck. Laughably, I did try to actually do a search on Reddit for, like, best racing games of all time. Surprise, surprise, Virtua Racing is not mentioned in those discussions. Instead, I searched best racing games of all time, Virtua Racing, and saw if that brought up any results. It didn't really. It just brought up a few posts of people saying praises for this on like retro gaming subreddits and stuff. But that's there was one poll in the Sega Genesis subreddit, I think, of what is the best racing game on the Genesis. This game came in third. Behind Outrun, and then another game which isn't even on our list. So I don't know. Not that that's that surprising. Yep, I knew that was coming up. Oh, no. Alright. Okay. Ninth! Oh, I thought I did okay. I didn't want to do that. And I don't know how to... Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, obviously, very influential to, like, the 3D racing genre that would come, compared to Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart didn't really influence that. I mean, it did, but no, I mean, you can certainly see more of that, the future games here. Winning Run from 1988 was actually a 3D racer. And Hard Driving in 89. Virtual Racing vastly improved visuals in terms of polygon count, frame rate, and overall scene complexity. Virtual Racing is regarded as one of the most influential video games of all time for laying the foundation for subsequent 3D racing games and for popularizing 3D polygonal graphics among a wider audience. In 2015, it appeared at third place on IGN's list of the top 10 most influential racing games ever, behind Pole Position and Gran Turismo. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's fine at best, I would say. From someone that isn't hugely into racing games, especially ones where you can so easily, like, spin out. You know, more realistic stuff. But yeah, I mean, obviously, again, very influential. Very impressive, but that does not make one of the best games of all time. And this one was only on 6 lists, the bare minimum to make it on here. So, you know, it squeaked in, but doesn't really deserve to be here. Especially because one of the lists is the 1001 video games you must play before you die, which I don't think that book should even be counted for, you know, putting on here. And the other one is 500 best video games of all time from Polygon, which, I mean, that list basically has every game that's on this master list on it, because it's 500 games. So, you know, it shouldn't really be here, but it's here, and I figured I would just play it just a little bit to see what it's like. And now we have. So, my name is Mangg. This has been Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time with Virtua Racing. See you fine folks next time.